It's the Bitcoin Podcast. The only one that's making your money is you. Listen to the Bitcoin Podcast. So hold on and listen to the Bitcoin Podcast.
Welcome to Bitcoin Podcast.
Hey,
I'm the host of Talks First. My name is Dimitri.
I'm the other host, number 2, Dr. Corey Petty.
And I'm Jesse, host number 3.
The other host, Jesse.
He's tired today. I'm tired today. Jesse, are you tired today?
I'm okay. I took a nap.
You're like gearing up for your day right now. This is like the start of your day.
No, this is the end of my day. This is where I go sleep. I woke up at midnight today. Or 2 a.m. Midnight
Why?
or 2. I can't remember. I don't know. I just was awake because I went to bed early.
I woke up
just
at
passed out.
12:30 because Declan pissed the bed. But
That is not fun.
That's not fun at all.
kids do that.
God, that's a thing.
Kids do. I remember one day, and then I'll stop talking about kids because that's really lame for people under 13. I was like chilling and it just got a little too quiet. You know the quiet I'm talking about, Corey. Where you're like, what the fuck's going on? So then I go investigate, and my boy had lotion from his top of his head to his toes, covered his entire body in
He ain't ashy. He ain't ashy today.
Nope. I was look like Casper the Ghost, bro. I was like, how did you even do that? Like, anyways, it's just kids do dumb things. But anyways, let's talk about crypto, right? So crypto is like becoming a daily part of life, which is interesting. So we were right. Yay, it feels good to be right. Which I almost wish I was disgustingly wealthy and right.
Yeah, that'd be better. That'd be better than where we're at today.
I played my cards moderately, so I'm okay. But this new thing has arisen, this idea of a real world asset, which is a actual functional ERC, what was it? ERC1. I'm not gonna the code, but the what's the little thing everybody loves? Little fake art everybody was getting way antsy about a few years back.
It was originally 721.
NFTs. There we go.
And then it was 1155.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's come a long way since Crypto Kitties. Shout out to old heads like us. And I believe the NFT has given path to something called a real world asset, which is a digital representation of a real world asset, just like it sounds. And it's less about like the token having or being value, but representing value. And it's actually kind of getting pretty big. So like BlackRock has got some RWAs running. JP Morgan does as well. And right now it's estimated between 34 to 60 billion dollars worth of RWAs are on public blockchains already. Which I don't even honestly know how to use one if I ran into one. I don't have any RWAs in my portfolio. I don't know how to get them. But I think it's really interesting that you can trade value of an asset, or at least ownership. You can move ownership of an asset around without like it having to go through a whole bunch of red tape and paperwork. I kind of feel like that's the advantage of it, no? Like, for example, you close a home. I closed on a home last year. It took 45 days. But like, what if closing on a home took like a week?
Or
I don't know.
5 seconds?
Or 5 seconds, right? That's a little too fast.
All right, we'll
For
go for an
that.
hour. That's
For that much
an hour
money,
is
5 seconds.
the confirmation time of Ethereum.
And then there's the 72-hour rule, right? That you guys all know.
Nope.
Any contract in the United States of America can be backed out of within 72 hours.
Really?
Any contract, any type, any medium, anything, 72 hours. So
Not on
if you
Ethereum
don't believe me, yeah, exactly. So
or Bitcoin.
I don't know. I guess I'm having a tough time rationalizing the RWA real life practicality, right? So, like, what if I have this token and like this is the deed to a home, and it's my home and it is mine. Then I lose that hardware wallet, and that token, that token's gone forever. Is the house forever mine because nobody can move the token?
I imagine these things have functionality built into them to avoid things like that, especially if there's any real level of value in them, because like you build a foundation of, you know, anything goes, and then you build rules on top of that to further constrain it so that the specific instance of those things works as intended. But if you build those rules further down below, then everything has to work that way. And so you build something really general that can fuck up and has room for these types of like gotchas that you're talking about. You build a business on top of it that solves those gotchas for the business, but still allows other people to build businesses that are different. That's the way I see it. So like for RWAs, they have some platform that manages all the edge cases like that. Or like, oh, we lost it, we'll reissue another one through some authority. But like they just generally tend towards transfer of ownership on those things, barring any of the edge cases. That's what I'd imagine. Because like if they're not doing that and what you just said happens, we're just all fucked. Like there's no like people can't manage these things. We've tried for over a decade. People don't have like regular people don't have the capacity to manage these things natively, like using their own hardware wallets or like managing their own private keys. People can manage their own passwords. Like I just don't think we're ever going to get there.
I don't know if we do either, but it is neat. Like I was reading a little bit while you were talking because you piqued my interest, and it's like tangible.
Did you pay attention to what I said? You just read the whole time.
Yeah, you basically said.
What did I say?
I'm paying attention. Jesse's not paying attention.
I didn't pay attention at all. I didn't pay attention at all.
I'm just talking to the fucking bully out here.
Attention to the conversation.
You're talking to the audience, the one person who's listening.
Thank you, one person.
No, that more people are listening. That's just the person that's listening live. Hold on, who are you? Speak,
Sometimes
person.
people
Leave a comment, person.
All right, YouTube person.
No, basically you said, yeah, I mean, the scenario that you just mentioned is a really dumb thing. But if there's not safeguards and rules centered around that really dumb thing happening and then it not being adversarial to the value proposition, then it would be a stupid system to set up in the first place. That's what I believe you said in a nutshell. There's safe rails. There's guardrails. There's poke-yoke. There's dummy proof.
Corey, are you listening to what?
See, now Corey's not listening to what I'm saying. Now Corey's not listening to what I'm saying. He looks like he's doing his nails while he's
on his phone.
So, yes, I get it. It's like, oh, smart people are putting together a system, and the system is dummy proof. Where have we seen that before? But in the short run, though, it's tangible assets. So intellectual property is considered an intangible asset. Financial instruments, bonds, treasuries, public equities. What I find very interesting here is when they turn a treasury and then they tokenize the treasury and then they hold the tokens and then the tokens yield stable coins. So let me get this straight. This is what's happening, by the way. This is what BlackRock and some of these other banks are doing. They said, I've got a pile of money. I'm going to tokenize that pile of money. And then I'm going to put those tokens in my wallets. And then
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what anybody's talking about.
Coin.
But the real world asset was like Algorand. Remember when it was called Lofty.ai? That was an example of a real world asset conversion. They took a property. It was like a derelict, property outside of like the suburbs of Detroit or something, right? They're like houses that are $1,000. that nobody wants.
That's,
And then
that's
they
not bad stuff,
basically-
Detroit. That's a good example of where that could be. Sure.
Yeah. So like what they did is they basically said home value is, $2,000. And then they fractionalized it, right? And then whoever lives in that home has to fractionally, like it automatically divides the rent. Say the rent is, I don't know, $200 a month. It divides by however many token holders there are for that NFT assigned to that property. That's it. And then there's also potentially yield that you can put on top
Assigned
of
to
it.
the equity of the property, right?
No, to the rent.
To
They
the
don't
rent?
do equity. Yeah.
Well, there's some that I've seen that do equity.
I mean,
think
like they're
you're
not all
right.
the
I think
same.
you're right.
It's
Yeah,
programmable.
there are variations. Exactly. But at the end of the day, you're using an oracle and all this shit's fake because it's never on chain natively. So,
There's still trust.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the end of the
exactly.
day, how many times do you guys at the end of the day, how many times do you guys say at the end of the day? It's like I say it a lot.
I don't think I've said it in maybe a month.
Nice.
That's
Okay,
a
you said
completely
it in a
arbitrary
hot
number for
minute.
me. I have no idea. I don't. At the end of the day,
Nice
I don't know.
Nice way to wean yourself off of
That's funny.
popular transitional phrases. But I would say that it is an uncharted territory of legality. But the thing that makes the uncharted territory of the legality of RWAs is that it's big people with big monies playing in that pool. Like when Bitcoin started, it wasn't like the richest of the richest. It was just a bunch of like cypherpunks and people who stumbled upon it, like me, a teacher, you, Corey. At the time, you were a scientist. Well, no, scientist is more like a part of your creed, right? So you're never not a scientist.
I was a graduate school researcher.
You were a scientist. You wore lab coats.
I mean, we wore lab coats for a joke because we were chemists, but we did chemistry. We did physics and computation. We were on computers all day. We never touched chemicals.
And you, Jesse, were an engineer, and we stumbled upon crypto. But now it's like, okay, they're like now they discovered crypto, and they're like, oh, let me use it for what I need to use it for. So from one that I
shit on it
just
for like 7 years.
is that like I can't believe this is happening. I just read this and I'm like awe-stricken at like the audacity of it. And they took a treasury, they tokenized it, they took the tokens, they put it in their wallets, and the wallets are yielding stable coins. So it's like I really hope I glanced over that and like it's yielding stable coins that are backed maybe by that treasury and there's some sort of circle jerk action going on. But if they're really just printing value,
Which
I'm sure the
product are you talking
treasury
about
is being
specifically?
used for something as collateral and then providing yield.
What
so, let me
product
see.
are you talking about?
Yeah, we need to dig into this because with your explanation doesn't make any sense.
let's move on. But let me get you what I'm
Let's
talking about.
move on.
no, glaze over that.
They're all different. They all function differently. Like if you think about Tether buys U.S. Treasuries, right? And total, like out of all the countries that own U.S. debt, they're like 17th. And then I think in 2020, maybe 2025, they were the 7th largest purchaser. In that 1 year. So they're earning yield from the bonds and they're passing that on to, well, there's also you can pull yield from that, but you can also pull yield from on chain from staking the Tether and then getting ETH. Like you can fundamentally all of DeFi requires ETH to have yield. If that breaks, everything else breaks. Your liquid staking, restaking protocols, your all of your Olympus DAO, ripoffs, Timu copycat shit that's built off of a native asset like ETH, where like all on-chain yield is based off of either real world bonds and treasuries, as far as I understand, or ETH's yield, and you're just kind of looping that. It's just looping with more tokens in the middle. But I don't know what asset
Leverage
you're
on
talking
leverage
about.
on leverage.
This really, it's generally what it is. Yeah. So like if you look at like Morpho on Steakhouse, that one is
We lost Jesse. With his eyes closed.
Am I back? Am I back?
You're back.
I'm back. Okay.
Lost
The
Jesse,
steakhouse
though.
halts.
Yeah.
Here he goes. He's back.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Anyway, which product were you talking about?
Hey.
That'll help. Arrow.
It's those I just posted.
Would
Them.
make
There's like
sense.
a bunch of them actually, and you're right. There's like variations. People are using different tweaks and variables to different things. But I wasn't thinking that they're just printing value. The treasuries and the stocks and the bonds and the securities are actually securitizing the stable coins that are yielded from holding the tokens. So I guess I don't know.
Bro, you just said a bunch of words together and they did.
That's what it looks like. Look at go read the article I just posted. Everybody's saying a bunch of words together, man. Like, calm down.
Where did you post this article? Private chat?
I
You
just
put it in the private chat in StreamYard. So Model 1 is DeFi lending, which you didn't even know about Aave until last year. Like,
I knew about
that's
Aave.
that's like, bitch, please. I told you about it in the buffet line.
I knew about Aave. I just didn't know about Aave.
Anyway, so that's one flavor of earning yield, either on native tokens, meme coins, and stable coins. That one is unique. Some of the stable coins that they have, some of the stable coins are doing like the delta neutral trading strategy. So there's actually a basket of additional tokens behind that. Some are using Lido's restaking of ETH as yield to juice the yields. Sometimes they're looping to get higher yields as well of the staked ETH through Lido. Each one of these products that Aave offers are very different in the risks and the basket of tokens that collateralizes them. Some are stupid risky and some are less risky. And all of them are all multi-sigs in terms of the way that all of the contracts are custodying the tokens in that are basically locked in staking. So like there was a lot of drama a few months ago because what's his name starts with like a Z, the guy who left Aave because there was a falling out between Stanny and him.
I forgot
because
his
he
name.
didn't want to. Yeah, that guy. But they were basically the ones who did the business development relations and the contract development and the security of a lot of the early Aave contracts for these lending pairs. So he would be a good one if we can interview him and just ask him, hey, yeah, how does all this shit work? You know, what
You get Dean on here.
the
He'd
stake.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll text him. See if he wants to join.
Okay.
Talk shit about MEV and all these DeFi protocols because he'll talk shit.
That would
in a
be
proper
interesting.
way.
Because I can't claim my fund. I'm like a user. So like I've used Aave, I've staked stable coins, I've staked ETH, earned the yield. But it's the more yield you earn, the higher risk it is. Like if you're earning like 100%,
it's not a set and forget
APR,
it. There's
that
a
is
monitoring
not
dashboard to make sure you don't lose your shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you're basically farming the liquidity that they're providing to onboard depth of liquidity, and those rewards only last for a certain period of time, and then you're gonna have like what do they fucking call it? Frictional losses or whatever. Yeah, impermanent loss. Yeah. So like you obviously have to watch before the inflation of the token is actually eroding the value that it's worth when you actually take your position, like stop staking your position and unwind that loop.
Is like what all other traditional finance things have done with derivatives is the chaining of protocols and the cascading risks. So like what happens is you build something on top of that, which then has yield, and you have this compounding yield effect. But as you go up that stack, things get more and more risky, and people start playing with more and more money. And one thing at the top fucking up will cascade failures across the entire chain of things, because like the underlying protocol never thought about people using that protocol in that way at that leverage. But you have this kind of like abstraction all the way up, and people don't even think about the bottom layer. This is what happened like the housing crisis, 2008, right? So
yeah.
it's the same thing. We just did it with crypto.
Instead of one person who has like $100,000 throwing it all as a down payment on a single home, you had people putting like 10,000 on 10 homes, and they couldn't make the mortgages. And then the credit rating should have been a C rating, but then they batched them all together and then just kept upgrading the letter from C to B to A. And then like after the second or third time that the mortgage gets resold, because on average it gets resold 3 times, by then you think, if you're the bank who now bought it, you think it's credit worthy, but it's really not. And yeah, you just get fucked when they can't repay, and then you give bankruptcy impacting the portfolio value, because those are worth nothing now. They can't repay them.
Maybe I get back into security. People are so wild these days. They're so much more wild than they used to be, and there's so much more money involved.
Yeah, it probably makes a killing in there.
Easier. Also, I question that now, actually, because like my intuition is finding issues, vulnerabilities, and things would be easier because there's more money and there's more stupid shit and less competency checking for it. But AI and the leverage it gives to the people who are good, because like there's a bunch of people who are just like script kiddies asking AI to say find me vulnerability, and then they just submit bug reports that are garbage.
I did that.
And then there are the people who are good, who know how to leverage AI appropriately for such a thing, who are just exploding. I don't think.
Well, I think if Taylor could do it, you could do it, right?
Taylor
Moynihan.
She's not doing that.
She doesn't like do forensics.
She does, but not
she
like
do light forensics.
Not what I'm talking about, like deep analysis. She's more of a. I would say she's a security expert. I'll give her that, but she's more of an investigative journalist that has a gang of people that help her do things, and zero issue with calling people out on their bullshit.
So she's like a Lois Lane type character.
I mean, she's good. She understands a lot of shit, but I don't think she's using all the tools. She has a community of people who, I mean, I know the community because I'm fucking in it, but like, she's not doing audits.
She's not a white hat hacker like Samsung. She can't find a multi-billion-dollar protocol to hack and make that deliberation whether to steal the money or not.
She'll tell you why it's fucked up.
No. Yeah.
Having her back on would be good. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have interview wranglers these days. I don't.
We do. We just don't do it.
No, I know we don't.
I'm so apathetic towards the broader industry that I don't know. Stop caring.
I think the best.
I mean, you tried reaching out to Hari, right? I tried reaching out to with Joseph for Colossus.
Taylor said she joined us. I never followed up.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Bahari, interesting, especially when it comes to the AI in the context of using that for security audits at scale.
Let's talk about privacy pools. It's in the title. We said we'd talk about it. I think it's a failure on delivery. And the reason why is I think there's going to be dirty money in those pools when they set them up. And that's it in the story. That's my thesis.
Have you even used the original privacy pools or any of that stuff?
No, Jesse, I can't use all 3 million crypto things that come out in a week.
I don't 3 million.
Shit.
There are like
I buy crypto
like
and I sit on that shit, and then every once in a while I liquidate it to buy shit to make my life.
If you use shit, sometimes you get airdrops and they're worth quite a lot of money.
I understand that, but I also
don't use much
actually because
I don't use much, but I read how it works a lot.
I don't trust
and I try to understand it. I don't ever use crypto.
It. As someone who has been in and around this industry for 12 years, I don't trust it at all. Every day I wake up and I'm like, oh, cool. If I would have put my money there, it'd be gone. If I would put my money there, it'd be gone. A bridge that's supposed to be safe, it's gone. I don't trust this shitty industry. It's not a serious industry. Until it gets serious, I'll start caring more.
What is your litmus test?
And traditional finance is serious?
Huh? Traditional finance is actually as serious as it possibly could get.
I
Yes,
think
that's
you
why
can
we're
still
going to have
lie,
another
sir.
subprime mortgage. That's why Blackstone is lending a fuckload of money and defaulting to build out capex for AI data centers. Yes,
It's
we have a
serious
very
money
serious TradFi
because you
industry.
think it's serious. I think that's more like
Yeah,
like
it's
because
basically that.
everyone thinks that it's like serious and
Big
complicated and
number.
regulated and like
Yeah,
buttoned up.
yeah.
They get to just throw around stupid amounts of money and do stupid shit, and no one says anything.
They wear suits,
They do wear suits, and it works.
and it works.
Clearly, it
The
fucking
people in
works.
Washington D.C. wear
They don't
suits
trust
too.
me because my greasy haired shirt. It's
So not all those people in DC are assholes. Only most of them.
A lot of them. A lot of them are.
Yeah, most would
A
definitely.
lot of
align
them are
with
corrupt.
a
yeah.
lot.
we just did an
I
interview
don't think
with
AOC
who's been
is.
dealing with corruption, and it was wild.
I think AOC is not corrupt, and she's also awesome. I'll just say awesome because I am an adult. I think that okay. Back to privacy pools. So privacy pools. We interviewed Amin 2 years ago. He came on hashing it out. He's like, "Yeah, it's a great idea we had because, like, I want to be able to say that my money is not dirty money. So I'm going to get a bunch of clean money people, and we're going to pool this clean money together, and then we're going to use this protocol to say that we're always doing clean money things with our privacy pooled money."
I'm able to prove that the money that I have is not a part of a group associated with illicit funds, is basically what you could say.
But he couldn't answer the goblin problem. And I fear the goblin problem is what is going to eventually taint privacy pools. And if you don't recall the goblin problem,
no solution for this. It's like it's too high up in the chain anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Also,
What do you mean?
there's nothing below it to shield any level of like censoring transactions associated with private pools. Like privacy at the smart contract level is not enough for any real level of privacy. Most of the let's put it this way: the one promise that blockchains give is effectively that once your transaction is in the blockchain, it's immutable; it won't change again. So immutability and auditability are like the two main things you get from blockchains. I guess you can get a transparent support of that. And so the entire pipeline of a transaction, though, involves like 10 different steps. And the blockchain only secures one of them. And it's towards the end, which is settlement. The rest of it, in terms of like communication and like coordination and like all the technology you have to use to get things into the chain, that's all really corruptible and very surveilled. So like, you got to fix all that too in order to have any level of privacy. So cool, we have privacy pools, but it's not gonna fucking do anything at any real meaningful level.
So riddle me this, Batman. We've got our system, like our debit and credit card system, and from what I understood back in the day, there's a lot of interchanging of data that happens when I tap my card or I swipe or insert my card. There's a lot of steps there. How come those steps, like
those all run
I
through
feel like
a
we're
regulated network?
Like you see what I'm getting at, though. It's like it's like I'm trading. It's literally red pill, blue pill situation. It's like I'm trading like the color of this versus the color of that. Like it's as a user of things, I'm not really trade. My trade offs are almost like there's a bunch of steps over here, and I don't really know what my money is doing, or there's a bunch of steps over here, and I don't really know.
Blockchains are useful, but not for privacy, unless the rest of the stuff is also private. You're not going to get real privacy at any real level with just blockchain privacy.
Privacy is kind of like a spectrum, though. Like somewhere right now, somebody's standing butt naked in a window with no blinds, and somebody's like, "Whoa, look at that naked guy," and he's like, "I'm totally fine with this," but somebody else would be like, "I need my privacy." So isn't privacy like a sliding scale of how private do you need to be?
Well, everyone should have the option to disclose what they want to disclose. No one should be forced into disclosure.
Gotcha.
Okay. The guy fucking balls out, made the decision to do that. He wasn't forced to.
If he was forced, he'd probably like it. So we got so privacy pools, which basically isn't even really that private, is
It's
gone to
interesting.
a
It's neat. But like, it's not going to do anything.
it's gone to a second
It was a
version of
means
privacy.
response to go, that money is not our, it's not, that's North Korea's money. That's not my money. That was it.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Yeah.
if it doesn't really help that much, then, man,
It's not a
Corey, we
mixer.
already get in trouble for chewing in the microphone. You're gonna get us in trouble again.
You can hear that?
Yeah, we can hear that. We hear every
Yeah.
morsel of that Captain
I
Crunch
thought I had my
you got going on in your mouth. Now he said, not only am I gonna chew crispy, I'm gonna do Captain Crunch.
Lobby.
Actually, corn nuts are actually the crispiest of. What is the crispiest?
I got corn nuts
Anyway,
right here.
let's go on. My man
Corn
eats Krispies
nuts.
only. He eats.
Y'all want to hear those on camera?
I eat Krispies only. Is that what you're eating right now?
Nah, I got some sweet heat snack mix. From,
I was about to be.
All the snacks.
I got a gang of snacks on my desk, man.
You
Trying
know,
to keep my
you know
calories
how,
up.
you know how sad I was gonna be if I guessed what you were eating by the crunch profile? I would be like, oh my god, I need to hang it up.
You get
This
on
man's
diet.
eating corn nuts. I know that crunch. That's a corn nut crunch right there. On to the next story, bonks, which again nobody knew of until this week. Probably, I don't know, maybe 100 people knew about it. It was a DAO.
You just make up shit all the time. You can look on chain. You can see the contract if you really cared. You can see how
Yeah,
many
but-
holders of the bonk token there are.
Those
How would I do
numbers are
that?
made up. It's silly, dude.
Just use Etherscan. It's like you can use Claude
Okay.
to use Etherscan for you. Like it's so easy now. Why make up shit?
Okay,
I'll do it
You
real
could
quick.
look at-
He's really good at
Do
making
it.
up shit. He really enjoys it.
do it.
Let him go, man.
I'll look it up.
Oh, look.
You need to, while you're doing that, you need to look up entertainment too. Look up the definition of entertainment while you're looking at it. This is actually really entertaining.
Maybe this is entertaining for people.
It
to
is.
see
You be
me
the anchor.
React like
You be
this.
the anchor of truth, and me be the guy that's just making up shit about shit that's really irrelevant. But bonks, it was a DAO, right? And a DAO is a dumpany, and so they had all this money in a treasury, and they wanted to vote because that's what you do when you're in a DAO to make your tokens feel tangible. Is you vote on things that the DAO is going to do or not do. And this guy was like, "Oh, here's a DAO where people forgot they're in the DAO. Let me just buy up all the tokens real quick, or buy a majority share of the tokens. And since I have a majority share of the tokens in the treasury, I now can put up a issue to vote on in the DAO. And the issue that he wanted to vote on was whether or not he should receive $20 million worth of bonk tokens. And this guy put the vote up. Nobody paid attention to it, and he voted to transfer. So he had $4 million of the tokens that he bought. He put up the vote, and he ended up transferring $20 million worth of tokens to himself, which is the
Governance,
most
baby.
hilarious.
Live governance in action, baby.
That is the most hilarious fail that
It's all legal too.
I
I think he's gonna walk
it's
away with it.
and it's legal. And so people are
That's a good payday.
upset. People are very upset, and it doesn't really matter because it's legal. I don't know. How would you feel, Corey,
feel
if you were
scared.
in?
People are gonna come after him, man. Like, you steal that much money from a group. There's some wild, especially people who are in this weird shit.
Don't put a hit on
Yeah.
you.
In this niche crypto governance thing.
Yeah,
They're not.
That's another
like,
thing about crypto.
there's
It's
the
scary,
probability of someone being unstable in that group is
pretty
probably
high.
astronomical.
Yeah. Yeah, there was the guy and the girl who got chopped up and dismembered and left in the desert or some crazy shit last year. But that's like, I feel like that happens a lot in regular world.
I mean, it happens a
You know,
lot. It's pretty strong.
As I age and want to be more involved in things, you know what scares me a lot too is that like it does not cost a lot of money to have somebody offed. Like if you're a wealthy person,
No, it's 20,000. It's cheap as fuck.
Damn, Jesse, how you know the number, bro?
Just
You're
get
gonna
that
get us
number right
hemmed
off.
up. You're gonna
really
get us
cheap.
hemmed up, bro.
These streets.
Everybody
You should
knows.
have gave a you should have gave a range. Are you trying to get us fucking investigated? What the hell,
20
man?
to 30K. There you go. There's your
There we
range.
go. Oh, shit.
It depends on how
like,
hard
it-
you are to get to.
Think about if you're a trillionaire and somebody starts getting any sort of momentum that threatens your tower of value.
This is not a good
You're just gonna be
conversation.
like,
You would imagine.
yeah, probably not. But
We
I'm
are on
just saying,
YouTube,
it's
you know?
scary. It's scary, isn't it? It's scary to think about. Sometimes it's like, damn, somebody could like sell a Camry and then use that money to.
I hope I'm more expensive than I'm more valuable than a Camry, but I guess not. Like a 93 Camry too, not even like a new one.
Yeah, and according to the range Jesse gave, you're either a Honda Civic or a Camry. That's the range of every human's value on this planet. The great equalizer is
So 998,530 holders. So almost 1 million holders of this
wallet.
meme coin.
Not
So all those
holders,
people, and
wallets.
that's assuming that all those addresses are not, a
Spread out.
handful of smaller. Yeah, there's not like 20
That's
people.
not
They're
a good assumption. We all know there's always 7
At the same time, like as you increase
So-
the
people that are like,
pool of people that have weight into a decision, the likelihood you get all of their attention is dropped, right? Like, and then you have this weird cognitive bias that people assume someone else is going to do it, and then everyone makes the same assumption, and rarely anyone does anything, right? And so you end up with a small group of people controlling the majority of the governance because everyone else isn't paying attention, or they're thinking someone else is going to do it, or they don't have time. And that's a lot of people to be like weighing in on decisions about such a thing.
yeah. Didn't you remember your distribution things that you did, Corey, that kind of put you on the map back in the day?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's almost like that for all things.
It's a Pareto effect. Power
Well,
law.
Pareto's
It's
it's
a
more
power law.
than
And with
Pareto.
power laws, you naturally tend towards these kind of few people doing most.
Yeah, I lean towards more power law than Pareto effect, but yeah, it's like just small few own all the things, and it's like I feel like that's like a universal thing. Like I feel like
Power laws are mostly universal laws. Like all scaling effects and complexity are mostly power laws.
tisk. Well, I guess I got to go learn more about crypto so Jesse doesn't keep going off on me about not knowing more about
Dude,
crypto.
Yeah, we
No,
do
I
crypto
enjoy this
stuff.
conversation. This is good.
What did you say, Jesse?
I said we do crypto stuff. So if you like,
It's
if you're,
just crypto's so annoying sometimes.
it's not annoying. You put 20. I bet you've lost more money in well, actually, I don't know. I was gonna say, I bet you've lost more money in sports betting. Like, you know how like every middle-aged dude apparently bets on
All on
DraftKings and
fucking
sports bets or
putting
whatever.
in
Yeah,
parlays.
and yeah, exactly. That shit. Like,
I shouldn't say that. I bet every year one bet that Kansas City goes to the Super Bowl and wins it, and I've won that bet twice.
those
No,
years that they won it.
Those years that they won it.
Yeah, because
Did you
you've
bet
done it
First year I
every
did.
year?
once they've won it.
Yeah, you're down a lot.
No, not they.
Depends
they
on
won
how
the Super
early you
Bowl,
put it in
like,
there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. If
four out
you
of
started
the
at
last
18 years
6.
old, and then but
No,
these
I
betting
started
apps didn't
after
start
they
when you were
started.
18. But like,
I started after they got good. I started after they got.
oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so it's not. It hasn't been that long, and they've been dominating.
I got you.
But I think that dominating run is over, quite honestly. But
Got you.
nevertheless, yeah, I don't sports bet, but I think that crypto is like the reason. Yeah, like I said, it's hard to get into crypto. One,
Here's the distribution.
the velocity of change. The acceleration is too high. Like for me to just be in. Like you're getting really into one thing, you think it's going to be around, it's not around, and then the security thing is just like it's annoying, right? Like I'll tell you one thing: I've had a bank account since I was 14. Ain't nobody ever hacked that shit, and it's never disappeared overnight. And I've had some crypto instances where my money just vaporizes. Some of my fault, some of not my fault. Right, but it makes crypto.
I mean, everything has to be your fault. That's the whole point of crypto. It's your fault for everything that happens. That's the great thing about it. good and bad, it's all your fault.
No,
Well,
I think
no,
it's an audacious
smart
argument.
If you
contract.
blindside something,
Other
you
than
sign
saying,
a
like,
malicious
you did the thing, so it's
transaction.
your fault.
No, I got.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's not my fault. Or refused to be my fault. I got a gaggle of Algorand, and other people got a gaggle of Algorand, and Algorand Foundation was like, use this wallet that we made. It is the
Oh yeah,
we
that one
made
was
it,
not your fault. That one was not your fault. You're
and
right.
everybody did that, and their
Yeah,
wallet
that
was
wallet was
unsecure,
compromised.
and
Yeah.
like
I agree with
over,
you.
I'd say easily
Yeah.
60 to 80 grand disappeared.
But let
Money
me
that
ask you this,
I was
because
on the
by
line
that
for,
time that happened,
and it
we
disappeared
had
overnight.
hardware wallets. So why didn't you use a hardware wallet to secure it? Why did you generate the seed in the browser? Why didn't you do it on a hardware wallet? Then you would have
I don't
been
know,
fine.
man. Maybe because I used the official directions from the official Algorand Foundation, and they were like, "Yeah, this is the things that."
Yeah, but
need to do.
web wallets are
And then
stupid,
I used
especially
the official directions from
I don't think
there.
Algorand. No, at that time, Algorand didn't have
Yeah.
plugins for the hardware wallets that were available.
I migrated my shit.
You migrated it, but
'Cause-
like when you set
yeah.
something up, I mean, we've been setting shit
Yeah.
up since 2012. So like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit that I have that's just like, I hope it's still there because I set it up in a weird way 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part that's like tough.
I still got
That's the
wallet.dat
management part.
files. Like,
Remember, Corey, when I called you flipping out that one year because I was like, "Hey, I don't know what happened to my Ethereum wallet.
You
I
fucking
do not know what I did." And Corey found my wallet in like a random file, like not even in the file. It was like in the metadata descriptions of a random file that I used to take notes when I was setting it up. And he found like, "Oh, here's your key right here. Like, you first of all take this out of here
In
and
plain
delete this
text?
document." No, it was I can't even remember how he found it, but he helped me find it.
tried to like do some stenography shit. It was so
Yeah.
strange, this weird thing that he did. I forgot. I was so long ago, I forgot what it was. But like, I was like, "What?"
I did lots of stupid shit,
were you
dude.
doing?
There was one wallet I had, and I was like, I can never lose this. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to triple SHA 256 a sentence, and then I'm gonna take that code that spits out, and then I put that somewhere, and then I left a little code I left the little like riddle
He had
for
like
myself.
breadcrumbs for himself
That was
all over the place.
The riddle for myself was like, you must do SHA the 3 times 3, and I was like, okay. So when I finally found this note I left for myself on my computer, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it brought back my memory, and I was like, you know what? I need to get that money and put it in a better space because like yeah, it's tough. That's all I'm saying.
Crypto gives you the
Crypto
room
is
for
not
that.
for the weak of heart or
It
whatever.
gives you the
Like
room for
people
that. You don't
who-
have to do. You don't have to do all that, by the way. That's just what he did.
Yeah.
you could use a password manager like Pass or something.
What about Bitwarden? But didn't Bitwarden get a little hacky action?
Bitwarden's fine. I still use it.
Yeah.
One of these password
You can
managers
also
got
run
a
it
little hacky.
self-hosted. One Pass. Also, there's
they had
another one.
the data breach. I
Yeah.
think the data was fine, but it was basically like everyone has everyone's usernames and shit, addresses or something.
So
anyways.
there was a few one. Okay, LastPass was suffered a massive breach in 2022 when where attackers stole source code and encrypted customer vault backups. Stolen
Yeah, that's what it
encrypted
was.
vaults are still putting users at so
It's one of those
Dashlane,
like,
that's
store
another
now,
one.
leave later situations.
So Dashlane confirmed a brute force attack on its 2FA systems in 2026, allowing hackers to bypass protections and successfully download the encrypted vaults of fewer than 20 users. Password State, I didn't know about that one. Experienced a major supply chain attack in 2021 where hackers compromised its software update mechanism to push malware on a customer. Well, that's a completely different. It's not even the same style attack.
You know, another thing that is a little mystic is that, and then we probably should wrap it up soon. We're going on 45 minutes. How come Coinbase is seemingly the only company on the planet trying to make crypto easy for the everyday individual?
I think a lot of people have tried that. They just all sucked at it, or they were good at it, but they never got adoption enough to take on and become a standard. Like Coinbase became the default way in which you on ramp somebody for almost all of America.
Like, yeah,
That's a lot of
It
user
is.
data.
Still Kraken and
Google.
Gemini too.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It seems like the more then you get a bunch of user data, you figure out what people want, you get more money to be able to pay people to figure that shit out. You have influence, and you set the standard because you're the one everyone's using. So they ask you what the standard is, and you write it down. You're like, here's the fucking standard, I guess. And you become an incumbent, and you stay there.
And then you try and make laws to solidify your incumbency. Incumbence?
Incumbency?
Incumbency?
It's incumbency.
Incumbent sounds gross.
Yeah, it does.
All right, let's wrap it up. That's a good wrap up.
Yeah. Let's wrap this. So today's show is brought to you guys by Popeye's hot chicken wings. Don't sleep on them. And corn nuts. Let's give a shout out to Zoe Zaldana, who shout out to Love Corn for sponsoring this episode. Shout out to Zoe Zaldana. Where's her face? It's not popping up. There it is. Keep doing your thing, boo. We are really excited to see you again here in Avengers. I just saw you in Avatar, highest paid woman in the history of movies, and she's killing it. And I've been giving you shout outs for 12 years. You never said shit to me. But one of these days.
You ever see those YouTube shorts where it's like some dude like Mr. Beast like collab with me and like their shit gets done, but you've been giving her shout outs forever. She really
I'm not
should
a live
like come on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into
I think we
the
could quit the
new
show if that
way.
happened. I think they would be happy with the show. He'd be like, we're done.
Yeah.
I probably would. If she just came on the show and talked to me for a while, I'd be like, yeah, guys, there's nothing left for me to accomplish with this show. I think this is
Did it, wrapped it up. Long con work.
Yeah. No. Shout out to my wife. Corey, you got shout outs? Jesse got shout outs?
Nah.
Jesse, is that
No.
like food that you have covered up over there? What is that under the paper?
Yeah. That was the Costco taco things. You know how they give you a bunch of tortillas, some cheese, some that's good. Yeah, it's just a lot of food
Hungry. I'm gonna
for
go
one
eat.
person.
That does look tasty.
It's making me hungry. I'm gonna go eat. I had enough corn nuts, so I'm gonna get something real.
It's a nice color on you, Corey.
Thank you.
All right. Play the outro.